For a long time, we have covered the difference in Zlaner's gameplay when it comes to the World Series or Warzone events, compared to his usual at-home cheating gameplay. It's something we pointed out from the very first World Series of Warzone. And well, it appears that Destroy and Clutchbelk, his teammates, have clicked on to the fact that he doesn't perform very well when he's in the World Series of Warzone, and they've decided to drop him as a teammate. And today, we're going to be getting into exactly why. So, let's crack on with the video. So as we said, Destroy and Clutchbelk, who have been Zlaner's teammates for as long as I can remember, they call themselves, what is it, DBZ or something like that? I don't know. Either way, they've decided to drop him as a teammate going forward in the World Series of Warzone, and it would appear that it's because they're having to carry him real hard. They're worried that he's not going to be able to perform at a decent level. Now, you have to remember, this is somebody we are talking about who has got some of the most perfect aim you've ever seen in Warzone 1 and Warzone 2. Somebody who has been dropping regular 30-plus kill games with 40 bombs in the mix as well. And for some reason, they don't want him on his team. And you have to also remember that this is somebody who won a lot of early-stage Warzone 1 tournaments for big money. And yet, when it comes to World Series of Warzone, that is played on dedicated servers where everyone is invited to the same server by Activision, right? He doesn't perform very well. Now imagine on those servers, your PC gets scanned on the way in or just before, and now you've got to turn everything off. But let's see what Zlaner had to say on the matter regarding Destroy and Clutchbelk dropping him from their team.
All right, folks, I will briefly, we're loading into the next game, so I will briefly touch on the current situation, the World Series of Warzone current situation. So after the last session we played, we qualified for the next portion. We had a little chat after. I asked the boys if we could have a talk after. My overall passion for just Warzone as a whole has not been it just hasn't been there since Verdansk. Like truly, even Caldera for me was just like it wasn't scratching the same itch that Verdansk was, right? So, and the whole reason I did this was because
Now, we all know how Zlaner likes to, use smoke and mirrors, and it seems like he's trying to give his explanation now a little bit of a backstory, right? The reasons for what's going on. There's no other reason other than the fact that he just can't perform at the same level he does when he's in the comfort of his own home, on a normal public lobby, or even in ranked, right? But when it comes to the World Series of Warzone dedicated servers, he's always performed awful. So whilst he's sat there now talking about how he hasn't had the passion for the game since Verdansk, don't forget how badly he performed in the World Series of Warzone 1, which was hosted on Verdansk. In fact, let's take a look at some moments now.
No, right here though, right here though. Boys, no! Right on me, all three. Oh man, we need to focus together.
Yeah, there's a kid
in that building across from me.
Across from you?
What that one shot? He's one shot. He traded. Oh, we almost traded.
I got one shot as well.
Pushing in here on you.
Nah, bro. Like we're just not together.
I'm not with you.
You just get out of here, D. Get out of here. All three. I got you plates. I got you plates.
Daddy. I can push
Here.
in this room.
Here, Belk, you need.
Right here. Pushing.
I got a plate. I'm getting killed from behind. No, on white, different team, man.
It is.
Third partying their third. No, it's the same team. That's his teammate.
Oh man, I'm dead.
Get ready.
Stay up high. Stay up high.
You gotta switch seats. Keep switching. They're gonna fry us. Get out.
I'm dead.
I'm dead. I'm actually dead.
Tommy camping in the tower.
One's pushing up close.
Dead. Rose is dead.
I'm down.
I'm getting shot in the ass, man. I'm getting shot in the ass.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
Okay, so now you've seen how well or how poorly he performed in the World Series Warzone 1 in Verdansk, so we can cancel out the fact that it's to do with the passion that he's talking about, right? So he's saying, oh, I haven't had passion since Verdansk. He played like absolute dog shit in Verdansk World Series of Warzone. So let's take a listen to what else he has to say now.
I love to play video games, and I also love to make content and hang out with you guys. So I didn't stress too much about it because I knew that my number one passion is just hanging out with you guys and doing that thing. So, we just stuck to the content. We did our thing. We still competed. We did different stuff. But the passion, it's just not the same when you're not, putting the time in it, right? So I spoke with the boys. I told them, basically, listen, I know how much this means to you guys. So I owe it to you guys that the next 3 months, I'm giving you guys Monday to Friday. I would like us to get on a schedule. I'd like us to get up and play at the same time every day, because all three of us have an issue with just like not getting on to the.
So it sounds like whatever's gone on here, he's literally begging for that position in the team. Okay, you got to remember, there's a large pot of money at the end of this tournament. You know, I think overall there's $1.2 million on the line for the World Series of Warzone this year. So obviously Zlaner is going to try and say and do whatever he can to get stay as part of that team. Unfortunately, though, everything he's saying so far is almost a reason why Destroy and Clutchbelk shouldn't drop him. So they've essentially dropped him as a team member. And the reason is obviously because he's not performing well enough. Because as he said in this video that we've just heard, is that, you know, he's not had the passion there for it. He's been dedicated to his stream and content, which is all signs of them saying to him, listen, you're not performing good enough. We need a good team member. There's a lot of money on the line, right? And we will show some proof in a minute of just how poorly Zlaner has been performing in the World Series of Warzone games.
At the same time, and then we end up only getting a few hours to play, and like it just doesn't work out. We got to be more. It's a fucking massive tournament. We got to be adult about this, right? So I got to be an adult about this shit as well. I'm not saying this is anyone's issue. This is it was more so just a team issue. I told the boys, listen, I know how much this means to you guys. It actually means a lot to me because, surprise, surprise, I've actually kind of been enjoying the game lately. I tweeted about this recently. I have been enjoying Warzone ever since the ranked and a lot of the changes they made. I told the boys I'm ready to get on the schedule Monday to Friday. I want VOD reviewing at.
He's just rambling on and repeating himself so far, isn't he? Like, I mean, it sounds to me almost like he's looking for any reason, excuse, something to click in his brain while he's rambling for him to just go, right, that's it. I'll stick with that excuse. Like we've seen in the past, Zlaner loves to use smoke and mirrors to get himself out of sticky situations. But at the end of the day, right, I think it's more so very apparent that Zlaner has been exposed here for the fact that he hasn't got his cheats running while he's playing the World Series of Warzone. And you have to remember they are up against each other in this game. But if you're playing ranked, right, if you go and watch Zlaner's online ranked gameplay, he is up against people of his own caliber, okay? If you're in the top 250 in the world, you come up against top 250 in the world and others, right? If you're Crimson, you come up against Crimson. If you're Bronze, you come up against Bronze, and so on. That's how it works, with a couple of silver and gold in there, of course. But the fact that Zlaner is able to compete in ranked at a high level and drop 20 kill games, 15 kill games, and then he can't perform that well in the World Series of Warzone against people who, by the way, are not as good as him. If you saw the clips from the World Series of Warzone 1, Tim the Tapman was one of the people who killed him. But for now, let's take a look at the real reason, why Destroy and Clutchbelk do not want Zlaner on their team.
Yep, up. Right here, D, in the middle. Oh, man.
Are they pushing you?
Nope.
No, box. Oh, shit, he's on the
I'm trying to stay up. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. They're both on me. Yeah, that's 2v1. 2v1. Play together. Play together.
I got a nat.
No, they're dead.
Good shit, guys. Good shit. Good shit. Play an endgame. Yes. I got sniped out. Give me a smoke, please. Please.
I got. Oh!
What a shit.
I got a buy station on my body. Buy station.
Pushing. I have to get in, unfortunately.
I'm in.
There's kids right here on you. Punching them. Got him.
Behind me. Beating me. No.
Got me.
Let's try.
So guys, that is how Zlaner performed, and bear in mind, all of those clips we've taken, right, they are from Zlaner's own video upload to his YouTube channel, which means that's probably the best game he had, and he died that many times. He didn't get many kills. I think he had 5 kills before actually meleeing someone in the water at the end, so he ended up on 6 kills, I believe. But the fact is, he's playing in a World Series of Warzone with teammates Clutchbelk and Destroy. He's performing like absolute dog water, as they say, right? He's performing like these low-level bots that they, you know, stamp on in public lobbies on a regular basis. No wonder they didn't want him on the team. You got to ask yourself this question. How can somebody go from dropping regular 30s and 40s on a daily basis or absolutely pub stomping in ranked, right, to only getting that many kills and dying just as many times in one game in the World Series of Warzone. Let that sink in. I believe that Destroy and Clutchbelk have realised now that Zlaner just isn't up to the task when he hasn't got his aimbot turned on. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below. Personally, I believe that Zlaner's been exposed by Destroy and Clutchbelk. They no longer want to be a part of the team with him, especially when there's so much money on the line. You have to remember, in these instances, usually a large streamer would probably flick that switch, turn the aimbot on and go for the big money. But unfortunately, due to the World Series of Warzone being hosted on dedicated servers, I'm pretty sure they're all worried about whether or not their cheats will be detected. And it looks like Zlaner decided to turn them off. And for that reason, Destroy and Clutchbelk turned him off. Haha! Unlucky Z, I'm sure you will find another team to play with. Or not. Either way, you've been exposed by your teammates who you've played with for the last couple of years for being an absolute bot in the World Series of Warzone. Guys, if you enjoyed the video, smash that thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss our future uploads. And if you guys want to follow my boxing journey, subscribe to youtube.com/@BadBoyBoxing. And one last thing before we go. Do you ever feel like life is just too overwhelming? That your anxiety is holding you back from being your best self? Introducing Supreme CBD, the all-natural CBD solution to help you find your balance. With Supreme CBD, you can experience the benefits of CBD without the psychoactive effects of THC. Supreme CBD's formula is designed to help you reduce stress and anxiety, improve focus, and promote overall wellness. And the best part, Supreme CBD is made with only the highest quality organic ingredients, so you can feel confident in what you're putting into your body. It's time to take control of your life and find your balance with Supreme CBD. You can order now and experience the difference for yourself. And don't forget to use code BBB40 at checkout for 40% off.